said swapping. So
Okay.
all right, and we are live here with Tetris the Grand Master. So I'm eonHck. I'll be running, and with me helping out on commentary, I've got Mackie.
Hello.
So I'm probably going to let Mackie do most of the talking, so I can focus on the game. I'm going to just go ahead and count it down and get started. So if you're not familiar with this game, you're in for a treat. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, lady, go. Such is the saying of Tetris the Grand Master, the first game in a somewhat long series that had, so far 3 mainline games, but probably a 4th one in the works. Very nice spin. The
It's
idea.
slow. You don't really want to do that this early.
You stopped at exactly the right frame, like 1 extra frame, and this was going to lock. So, but it was nice to see. The game basically stems from also another series of games that was made by, well, first of all, Tetris. You can see the pieces are falling, and then you clear the lines. I think a lot of people can understand Tetris, or at least conceive what's happening on the screen. You get a bunch of pieces, and then you clear lines by rearranging the lines. But in Southeast Asia, one version of Tetris that was extremely popular was Sega Tetris. It was just called Tetris, but it was published by Sega, and had a lot of ideas and concepts that we are seeing in this game right now, such as the color code of the pieces. The way they rotate was also an inspiration. But the major difference is, there are 2 major differences. The first one is the way you progress in this game. It's basically a speed run. So what you are seeing at the bottom is the timer. What you are seeing on the left side is the level, which is, roughly speaking, the sum of the pieces that have appeared and the lines that have been cleared. So you need a stack fast, and you need to clear lines fast. And the faster you do that, the faster you will get to the final level of this game, which is also called the counter stop, because this is where the counter will stop at 999 levels, which is one of the objectives that Eon is hoping for right now. The other thing is, I said Tetris the Grandmaster. We say TGM, Tetris the Grandmaster. Why the Grandmaster? Well, there is the grade, so you can see the points. And you can see right now it's telling you points 13,000 something something. And then there is a grade that tells you that the next grade is going to be at a certain threshold of points. But if you complete the game generally your first time, and you get to, let's say, grade S9, after a while the game is just gonna tell you that it's not sure how you can get a better grade than this. But the grade that would go after S9, so right now it went from 9 to 1, and now it's S1, it's gonna go S2, S3, etc., all the way up to S9. The way you can get Grandmaster is fulfilling a bunch of obscure conditions that are not 100% clear, because, simply put, they are not explained to the player. You have to figure them out for yourself. We're gonna get the good spin. There we go. I like that spin. I love it.
I think I learned that one from watching you.
Oh, really?
I think
That's
so.
interesting. Could be. Yeah, that's a really interesting game. So far, we're trying to look at the conditions, quote unquote, but we also need a stack fast, and we also need to not die, which is pretty important. The speed is definitely a thing. The blocks are falling super fast, and actually revealing the strength of TGM, which was also partially illustrated in Sega Tetris, which is that the pieces don't lock instantly when they touch the stack or they touch the ground. And the important thing is you need to be able to manipulate the pieces before they lock. They have a tiny bit of a lock delay. That lock delay, that timer, resets when you actually reach, the piece falls. But oftentimes when it's on the same level, this might be kind of spooky. You want to like manipulate the pieces and not spend more than a fraction of a second to move it. That was one very good example. That was a really, really nice triple rotate with the J. And that is important because, yeah, had Eon taken more time, then the piece would have locked and we would have been in more trouble. We're going to get to a point where the piece is not just going to fall extremely fast, it's going to fall instantly. That is 20G. So far, all of the conditions for Grandmaster have been met quite comfortably so, because one of the conditions is to reach S4 by the end of the second half, and this is S5, so we're doing great on that front. I see I saw that was a good call. The stack is becoming a bit unstable, nothing that's insurmountable. Gonna do another one of these spins, really nice. And I'm just gonna have to unravel this little formation, but I think definitely doable.
I was hoping for an L there. Didn't want to give me the L.
Yeah. Okay.
A couple good pieces there.
Seems to be going better. And now, wow, the game really doesn't want to have you clear a line when it comes to the bottom, but now we're gonna get okay.
Yeah, were you even worried?
A bit. Yeah, this is definitely, this kind of game has some sort of randomizer that is a bit wild and a bit unpredictable. Generally things go well, but during a marathon, definitely the game is sentient. It knows, and it really likes to. It really likes to give hell to the players, but no. Fortunately, we didn't run into too many issues. We might need another line piece. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that was such a nice twist, because the L could have gotten stuck, and it didn't. So yeah, that's a great section 6. Just to go back to what I was talking about with the randomizer can be a bit wild. It is not perfectly random. Like it is not just selecting something and then saying, oh well, that was 1 out of 7 chance, this is what you get. It actually will look at the history of your 4 last pieces, and if you have already had that piece previously for your 4 last draws, then it is going to re-roll up until a certain number of times. And this is good because it makes it look random, and it is pretty wild and pretty unpredictable, but it still would be somewhat biased against repeats and would favor the absence of routes. So the line piece at some point should be coming. Famous last words, but yeah, generally you are going to be fine if you hope for 2 or 3 pieces that can help you solve an issue, and then you can kind of build on top of that and make yourself safe. Yeah, the beginning of the second half was a bit spoopy, but we're getting to some place. And this seems a lot. This seems a lot better. This game is a lot of fun. Actually, you can see the brain in the background. Yeah, the first one has the theme of biology for some reason, and definitely this game has had some good moments. Not to mention the fact that it is very easily accessible nowadays. If you want, you can just have it on Switch or PS4. There is an Arcade Archives port by Hamster, and yeah, all the goodness for you to enjoy some of the games that were released by Arika. Notably, the first one, TGM1, that you are seeing right now, but also the second one, Tetris the Grand Master 2, the Absolute Plus. Or as it's called everywhere, and probably on Twitch, and as you read the title, Tetris 2, Tetris the Absolute the Grand Master 2 Plus. Excuse me, I'm getting a bit confused on this. I will make it work.
It is a real word salad of a game title.
It is completely Tetris the Absolute the Grand Master 2 Plus. Yes, because obviously. And we're getting near the end. A very good time, too.
Yeah.
10:43. GG's.
Thank you. Yeah, that's like 40 seconds behind my PB, but for a marathon run, I am perfectly happy with that. So, yeah, and in this game, the credits don't mean anything, so it's more of a victory lap.
Yeah, I think you
actually
can even
speed them up. Press the start button.
Yeah, exactly. No need to do much. Oh boy. Yeah, I was hearing in chat about a curse of the runners during this marathon, and their games just killing them, and so I saw the stack rise during the second half, and I got worried. I have to admit I was a bit worried, but you did a great job actually.
Yes,
really good skims.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing commentary. Thank you, Dave, for having me on. Thank you all for donating, and if you haven't yet, please do. The Canadian Association for Suicide Prevention, good cause to support. And yeah, thanks for putting this on and having us.
Thank you.